We always joked that if one of us died first, the other would tell the story. I just never, ever thought I'd be the one telling it about him. Daniel and I had been completely inseparable since we were kids. We went to the same school, grew up on the same streets, and shared all the same secrets. Whenever people asked me who I trusted most in the world, the answer was always so easy. It was Daniel. He knew absolutely everything about me. My biggest fears, my daily routines. He even knew the weird way I always double-checked the lock on my door at night. So, when the murders started happening in our town, I honestly never felt afraid. Not for a second. The victims were all found in their homes, with no signs of a break-in, no forced entry. The police were baffled. Each body was left with a single, clean cut across the palm of their hand. It was precise, almost surgical. The official theory was that the killer knew them, that they were let inside willingly. I remember Daniel laughing it off one afternoon. He just said, "It's probably someone close. Isn't it always?" I laughed along with him. It seemed like such a distant, cinematic kind of horror, something that happened to other people. Until the night I woke up. I felt a presence in my room. That sixth sense, you know? I opened my eyes, and someone was standing by my bed. My heart stopped. I couldn't breathe. For a second, I was paralyzed with sheer terror. Then, a sliver of moonlight cut through the darkness, and I saw his face. It was Daniel. He looked so calm, so familiar. He was even smiling. "Relax," he whispered, his voice soft, just like always. "I just wanted to make sure you were safe." He took a small step back, and that's when I saw it. The moonlight glinted off something in his hand. A knife. My blood ran cold. "You see," he continued, his tone still so gentle it was unnerving. "You were never a target. You were my alibi." And just like that, everything crashed into me all at once. The truth, in a tidal wave of horrifying clarity. All those nights he was supposedly with me when the murders were happening. The way he always seemed to be the first one to arrive whenever bad news spread through town. And that cut on his palm, the one he casually explained away as a kitchen accident just last week. It all made a sickening kind of sense. "I trusted you," was all I could manage to whisper, the words catching in my throat. Daniel just tilted his head, that same friendly expression on his face. "I know," he said. "That's why it worked so perfectly." Just then, blue and red lights flashed outside my window, painting the room in frantic colors. Sirens wailed in the distance, getting closer. Someone must have tipped off the police. Daniel didn't even flinch. He didn't resist at all as they burst in and dragged him away. As they pulled him out of my room, he looked back at me, his eyes warm, almost grateful. He smiled that same old smile and said, "Best friends to the end, right?" It's been months since that night. I still check my locks, not twice, but 3, for times before I can even think about sleeping. Because the thing I learned is that the scariest monsters don't hide in the dark or under your bed. They sit right beside you on the couch. They laugh at your jokes. They listen to your secrets. And they just wait for you to trust them completely. Thank you for listening to my story. If you have a story of your own, I'd love to hear it in the comments. Please, stay safe out there.